Okay, situation number one, refer to the figure shown. So as you can see in the figure, this is a beam, no, with a pin support at A, roller support at B. There's a concentrated moment counterclockwise at point B, and there's a uniformly distributed load. No? Questions are, what is the maximum shear force? What is the maximum negative moment? And the maximum positive moment. So for this particular problem, we just need to calculate yung mga maximum forces and moments doon sa beam. No? And to do that, of course, the first thing we have to calculate is the support reactions. No? Kunin muna natin yung mga support reactions. So there will be a reaction at A. Okay, and there will be a reaction at B. Okay, so there is also supposedly a horizontal reaction at A, but because all of the applied forces are vertical, then the horizontal reaction at A will be zero. So the only reaction for A will be the vertical reaction. All right, so let's take summation of moment. Let me calculate RD. So summation of moment tayo sa A. Okay, assuming counterclockwise positive, we will have, let's start with 25. So 25 is already counterclockwise. And then yung distributed load nito, yung equivalent load nito, no? Which is 10 times, 10 times yung haba nito, which is 3 plus 2 or 5. So that is 10 times 5. And then the moment arm from A, yung distance na to, would be 1 plus 1, 2, and then plus half ng 5, no? So 2 plus half ng 5. Okay, kasi 'di ba ito ay mula dito, ito ay 2, and then mula dito hanggang dito is kalahati lang ng length na to, which is 5. Okay? So that would be 2 plus 5 over 2. Okay, ang rotation niya clockwise, so that's negative. And then the assumed direction of RD is upward, so magiging rotation niya is counterclockwise. Ang moment arm is 5. Okay, so that will be all equal to 0. So therefore, the reaction at B would be equal to, so equal to 40. Okay? So to calculate naman yung reaction sa A, let's just take summation of forces Y is equal to 0. Assuming upward positive, so we have RA minus 10 times 5 and then plus RD. So RA would be equal to, so 50 to it's 40, so 10 kilonewton. So positive, so ibig sabihin tama na upward siya. Okay, so ibig sabihin ito ay 10, ito ay 40. So pwede natin i-drawing yung shear diagram. Okay? So we have here 10 kilonewton concentrated, no? So nandito kunwari yun. Tapos wala tayong force from here to here, so constant lang yun. Tapos meron tayo ditong distributed load. So from 10 na positive kasi upward, mabawas tayo ng 10 times 3. Hanggang dito lang muna sa D, no? 10 times 3. So that's gonna give us negative 20. So ibig sabihin, from here, pupunta tayo ng negative 20. Ayan. Okay? So dahil uniform naman ito, distributed sa straight line lang ito or 1 degree lang ito. Okay? And then meron dito concentrated na 40 upward. So magiging negative 20 plus 40, that's positive 20. Okay? And then another uniformly distributed load. So plus 40, naging positive 20 siya. Tapos minus naman itong load na to, which is 2 times 10. So that should give us 0. Ayan. Okay? So actually, sa shear diagram, masasagot na natin kung ano yung maximum shear force. And that gives us yung 20. No? So, guys, kapag ang tanong lang, what is the maximum shear force? Walang binanggit kung walang in-specify kung positive or negative. Automatic yun. Pipiliin natin yung pinakamalaking absolute value. So, halimbawa lang, ito ay negative 30. So, ang maximum shear force natin is 30 kilonewton. Okay, dito kasi nagkataon na same lang sila, kaya yun yung sagot natin, no? 20. Okay, next, calculate the maximum negative moment. So, pinapakompute naman what is the maximum negative moment. Alright, so pwede nating i-drawing yung moment diagram using area method. So, di ba, area nito will be the magnitude for the moment diagram, no? However, before we can proceed, kunin muna natin tong distance na to. Okay, so kung yan ay x, atong kabila would be, ano ba tong length nito? So, as you can see from the figure, that's 3, no? So, this will be 3 minus x. So, by ratio and proportion, we can solve for x. We have x over 10 is equal to, yung kabila, 3 minus x over 20. So, we can calculate x to be, I believe that's 1, no? So, check na lang natin. Okay, so that's 1. So, 1 meter. Alright, so 1 yan, ha? 1 to, tapos ito magiging 2. Okay? So, importante kasi mga point of zero shear. Ano? Okay, yan yung mga point of zero shear. Okay, so why are they important? Because this is where you can find the maximum or peak moments. Okay, so pag sinabi natin peak, yun yung mga maximum, no, na moment. So, dyan mo mahanap. Kaya importante yun. Kaya locate mo kagad nasaan yung mga point of zero shear if you want to calculate the maximum moment. Anyway, to proceed with this, so let's start drawing the bending moment diagram. Okay, so by the way guys, ito yung highlight ko lang yung shear diagram. Okay, so for the moment diagram, so starting with, so dito we can calculate this area para makuha natin yung moment supposedly from here to here. Kaya lang, we have to be careful. Take note na dito merong concentrated moment. Kaya instead na computing this area, hanggang dito lang muna ang i-compute natin. Kasi meron ditong concentrated na moment. Okay? So, this is 10 times 1. So, 10, no? 10 lang yun. So, from here to here, no, 10. So, dahil ito naman ay horizontal line, so may naman to, 1 degree na line. Okay? Tapos, dahil meron tayong concentrated moment doon, so 25 kilonewton, so of course, ang magiging effect nun is direct, no? I-directly i-add or i-minus dito. So, kailan i-add? Kailan i-minus? Kapag nag-drawing ka ng bending moment diagram from left to right, no? Which is, yun naman usually yung ginagawa natin ata lahat, no? From left to right yung mo, pag-drawing ng bending moment diagram. Ang tatandaan nyo na kagad, um, M diagram. Okay, kapag left to right, yung pag-drawing. Okay? Yung mga clockwise, yung positive. Tapos yung mga counterclockwise, yun yung mga negative. Okay? So dito, counterclockwise yan, kaya yan, ima-minus natin. No? So from 10, magma-minus tayo ng 25. So 10 minus 25, that gives us negative 15. So bababa tayo dito ng 15. Ayan. Okay? Tapos, pwede natin i-continue. Meron pa tayong area dito na positive, no? So, that's 10 times 1 na naman. So, magdadagdag na naman tayo, no? So, plus 10 times 1. Or that gives us negative 5. So, dito, hanggang dito lang. No? So, straight line dahil, flat line. So, from flat, kalagi, straight line ka ang susunod. So, dito, we can calculate the area naman, no? So, ang area naman yan, positive. So, triangle nga lang, no? Triangle. So, plus 1/2 base is 1 times height is 10. Di ba 10 to? So, that gives us 0. So, nagkataon nag 0 siya doon. So, 0 siya dito. Okay? So ngayon, we have to understand how we would connect these two. So as you can see, this is a first degree curve. First degree yan. So, ibig sabihin dito, second degree na dapat, no? Second. So, dalawa yan. Pwedeng pa ganito, pwedeng pa ganito. So, I mean, yung ganito yung curvature or ganito yung curvature. Okay? So, paano malalaman? Merong sinusunod yung iba na parang diagram na kapag positive, negative, which is okay lang naman yun. Pero sa akin kasi, mas importante yung principle. Ang principle kasi dito, hindi ba yung area nito is yun yung magnitude ng value nito. Okay? So parang kapag in-integrate ko to, kasi di ba ang area, kapag magko-compute tayo ng area, you have to integrate, no? Yung function. So pag integrate mo to, ito yon. So ibig sabihin, pag dinerivative mo to, ito naman yon. Okay? So, di ba ang derivative, slope naman ang pinag-uusapan. So kung ang, kumbaga, in terms of analogy, if integral is to area, then this derivative will be into slope, no? So again, integral is to area and derivative is to slope. So 'di ba, para makuha ko naman yung shear diagram, kailangan mong i-derivative yung moment diagram. Para makuha mo yung moment diagram galing sa shear diagram, kailangan mong i-integrate yung shear diagram. Okay? So ibig sabihin, yung values na nakikita ko dito ay slope naman nung curve dito. Okay, yung mga values na yan ay slope ng curve dito. So ngayon, ano na yung nangyayari doon sa value? Galing dito, malaki siya, 10. Habang pumupunta tayo sa left, lumiliit yung value niya and it actually approach 0. So ibig sabihin, yung curvature natin dito ay dapat malaki muna yung slope na positive, tapos eventually paliit ng paliit. So ibig sabihin parang ganito. Malaki yung slope, ganyan yon. Tapos paliit ng paliit, pababa ng pababa. Ayan. Di ba ang slope kapag pababa ng pababa, ano siya, parang humihiga siya, no? So ito kasi yung malaking slope eh, no? Pag inikot natin yan, dito, ginawa natin. So lumiliit yung slope niya. So galing sa malaking slope, ito 90, pinakamalaking slope. Tapos palit ng palit, palit ng paliit, tapos 0. Okay? Tapos, kapag lumagpas ka dyan, negative na yung slope. Negative pero palaki ng palaki. Negative na slope na palaki ng palaki. So, yan yun. So, bali, ito yung tinitingnan natin dyan. We are not talking about the line. We are talking about the magnitude of the value. So, dito kasi, ang value, 10. And pagdating dito, syempre, mas mababa na sa 10 hanggang sa nag-zero na siya. So, palit ng palit. So, ibig sabihin, galing sa malaking slope, okay, kagaya nito, galing sa malaking slope, tapos palit ng palit. So, ibig sabihin, parang ganito yung itsura ng curve. Galing sa malaki, palit ng palit, hanggang sa naging flat na siya. Okay, so that's the idea. So, ibig sabihin, ang tamang curvature dito should be concave downward. Pag ganito. Ayan. Okay? So, next, meron tayong area dito na negative. So, i-add na naman natin yon, or rather, isusubtract kasi nasa negative. So, 1/2. Base natin is 2. Height natin is 20. Negative 20, no? Kasi nandito yon. Ayan, 20. So, ang tanong na naman ngayon, paano i-connect yan? So, dahil ito ay straight line or first degree, dapat second degree ito. Pero ang tanong, paano? Pag ganito ba? Or yan, no? So, opening downward ba or opening upward? Okay. Again, tingnan natin yung magnitude nito. Ano nangyayari? Galing sa zero, ibig sabihin galing siya sa flat, yung magnitude niya, palaki ng palaki, pero negative. No? Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng negative na slope? Ang negative na slope, ganito. Upward to the left. No? Okay? Or downward to the right. Yan yung negative slope. Kasi pag positive slope, ganito eh. Upward to the right eh. Or downward to the left. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, galing sa flat, palaki ng palaki yung value. So, ganito yung nangyayari. So, ibig sabihin, kung iraran natin yun na parang kagaya nito, so galing sa flat, palaki ng palaki. Ganyan. So, ibig sabihin, ang itsura ng curvature dito would be concave downward. Yan. Okay? And then lastly, we are expecting na dapat mag-zero na to. So, we have a positive area here. So, plus 1/2 times yung base natin dito is 2 meters. Tapos yung height natin is 20. And that is 0. So, 0 to. Okay? Again, paano ba nangyayari sa kanya? O, tingnan nyo to. Galing dito, ang value 20. Malaki. tapos positive. Tapos ngayon, anong nangyayari? Palit ng palit hanggang nag-zero. So, ibig sabihin, ganito siya. Galing sa malaki, palit ng palit. No? Galing sa malaki na positive. Okay? Tapos palit siya. So, ibig sabihin, yung curvature natin ulit dito would be concave downward. Okay? And that is our moment diagram. Okay? So now, nasa dyan yung maximum moment. So well, dalawa yan. Isa maximum negative, isa maximum positive. So ito yung maximum positive. No? Maximum positive moment is 10. Maximum negative moment is 20. Ayan. So those are our answers. Okay? Tapos highlight lang natin that this is a second degree curve. Ito rin. Ito rin. Although hindi naman talaga necessary na i-drawing yung moment diagram, it's just that it's easier for us to identify yung mga moment, yung mga positive and negative moment if we would draw that the moment diagram. Okay, so that's how we solve this problem.